What's up guys, this is Sunny back with another video, and today real quick I want to share with you guys two of the products I received from Be Quiet. So Be Quiet was nice enough to send one of their mid-tower Be Quiet silent based 802 case. This case is pretty good. I've been testing this case for almost 3 days now. So today real quick I'll give you guys quick specs rundown and share with you guys my thoughts. And also they were nice enough to send Be Quiet pure loop 360mm AIO. I will make a dedicated video on this AIO because I still didn't get to play around with this cooler yet, and I've been sick for almost 3 days now. I lost my voice, so I'm sorry I'm not making videos frequently, so please stay tuned. All right, so stay tuned for this cooler dedicated video. All right, now let's talk about this case. So like I say, I've been playing with this case for almost 3 days now. I have my X570 built in this case, and let me just start by saying this case is not all that small or light, okay? At least compared to my ATX case right here or any other small ATX case. This case height is around 553mm with the stand, and the length is around 539mm, and the width is around 281mm. Now this case weight is around 12.59 kg. This case is not light, this case is not small. Now let's dig in right now. So like I say, you can go with the tempered glass if you want tempered glass side panel for extra $10, and if you are like me and you want to show off your system, then definitely go with the tempered glass side panel. Now if you're someone who is looking to build a quiet system and who really cares about that, who doesn't really care about showing off their system, then go with this version right here, the one without the tempered glass. Now why this version is better? Because this version comes with sound dampening foam. Now let me show you guys how to remove this side panel. So basically you need to press and hold this button back of the case right here, and then easily just remove the side panel. You don't need to remove any thumb screws, or you don't need any types of tool or anything, but the side panel is pretty heavy, and you guys can see the sound dampening foam, and the sound dampening foam is really thick. Now why do you need this sound dampening foam? The reason you need this sound dampening foam, so you can keep most of the noise inside, okay? So like cooler fan noise, the hard drive noise, the graphics card noise, or the fan noise. All right, side panel doesn't flex or anything. Now one more thing I want to clear before I start talking about rest of the specs. If you care about build quality, this case is built like a tank, okay? You got metal, steel, and ABS plastics, so nothing cheap here, right? Keep that in mind. Now this case does support ITX, MATX, ATX, and EATX motherboards. I have my X570 built in this case, so I have my ASRock X570 Phantom Gaming 4 motherboard. Now this motherboard is not a full ATX motherboard, okay? This motherboard is slightly smaller compared to like a regular ATX motherboard. Now case does come with 3 pre-installed Be Quiet fans. You have 340mm pure wing 2 Be Quiet fans. The max fan speed is around 1000 rpm, so these fans are not all that loud. And also front of the case you can install 340mm fans or 320mm fans, or max radiator. This case will support around 420mm or 360mm AIO, okay? So that's mean you can also go with 280mm radiator, you can also go with 240mm, okay? Now top on the case you can also install 340mm fans or 320mm fans, or a AIO all the way up to 360mm. Now back of the case here you can install 120mm fan or 140mm fan. Now one more option I really like about this case, you can easily remove this top bracket right here. All you have to do basically remove these two screws, take this bracket out, and then install your AIO or radiator or fans, and then after you're done you can actually put this bracket back and install it. Also you can install 3.5 mechanical hard drives from the case here, but one problem, this case only comes with one 3.5 cage. Okay, if you want to install 4 more, you need to buy those cage from Be Quiet website. And also if you're not planning on using this hard drive cage here and you want to cover those hard drive cage cutout, you can actually cover those because this case doesn't come with any covers. You also need to buy these covers from Be Quiet website. Now if you do buy 4 more hard drive cages, then you can actually install 5 3.5 mechanical hard drives or 10 2.5 SSDs or 10 2.5 mechanical hard drives. So this case does support, I believe, maximum hard drives. This case support around 15 hard drives. So yeah, that's why I say this case is great for someone who is maybe planning on build a workstation based PC, then definitely worth it. Now let's talk about the graphics card. Okay, if you are not planning on using the hard drive cage here, without the hard drive cage you can actually install a graphics card all the way up to 432 millimeter. So you can go with a long graphics card. Now if you do have like hard drives cage here, then you can go all the way up to 287 millimeter graphics card. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And this case does support air cooler all the way up to, I believe, 185 millimeter height. So let's say if you're planning on going with like Cooler Master Hyper 212, this case will support. Or I have here Shadow Rock 3 cooler right here, fit perfect. Now you can also remove the plastic covers from the PSU shroud and install additional 120 millimeter fan or 140 millimeter fan right here. But remember, you need to remove the hard drive cage from back of the case. Case does come with enough cutout for cable management. This top section right here is open so you can run cables, and also you get 3 cutout right here with the rubber grommet. And I really like the fact this case does come with rubber grommet. And then this bottom section also here is open so you can run cable from this bottom section. Now you can invert this case. So if you're planning on putting the system like left side of your desk, you can actually invert this case. And yes, your motherboard will be upside down, your graphics card will be upside down, but you can actually invert this case. If you guys want a dedicated video how to invert this case, give this video a thumbs up and I'll make a dedicated video. Now this case does come with 7 PCIe slot here. You can easily remove this slot by unscrew in this thumb screws, and also there's 2 more PCIe slot cover here, so you can install your graphics card here vertically. Now in order for you to install the graphics card here vertically, you need to get a PCI extension cable. Those goes for around $20 from Amazon. You can buy, I'll leave a link in the video's description. You can install your graphics card here, so this option is also really good. Now back of the case you will also find power supply bracket here, so you can actually mount the power supply and then push the power supply from here, and you can just tie these thumb screws, and that's it. You can also replace this front panel with this mesh front panel. They did include this mesh front panel and also this mesh top cover right here. So what you can do, actually you can just push this panel up and you can remove it, and you guys can see front panel also comes with sound dampening foam, and front panel is metal and plastic, okay, mix, and we can actually replace with this mesh front panel and push it down, and that's it. Now we can remove these two top covers. One of these cover have small sound dampening foam, and we can replace with this Be Quiet dust filter / mesh top cover, and that's it. I kind of like the mesh top cover, definitely great for airflow, and also front mesh cover, definitely great for airflow. Let's talk about the front IO real quick. This case does come with two USB 3.0 Type A ports, hard drive LED indicator, reset button, pretty big power button, headphone jack, microphone jack, and USB Type C port, and then you also get a fan controller switch. So the case does come with a dedicated fan hub back of the case. If you do connect all the fans to the fan hub, and I believe this fan hub does support up to 6 fans, then you can actually control the fan speed with this fan switch. So I really like this option. You don't have to actually control the fan speed from your motherboard BIOS or with the software. Having a dedicated switch is really important, especially if you're someone like me who likes to overclock their graphics card and CPU. I can actually adjust the fan's speed whenever I'm gaming. Now you can also remove the back panel easily. You don't need to remove any thumb screws or anything. Basically you need to press this button back of the case and then just remove the side panel. Now the back panel also have sound dampening foam, just like the front panel. As you guys can see back of the case real quick, this case does have enough space for cable management and enough cutout so you can run cables. Like you guys can see this top section right here, enough opening here so you can run cables and stuff. And also I told you guys does come with 3 cutout right here, and this cutout does have 3 rubber grommets, and these grommets are really good quality, not going to break off anytime soon. And also there is a big cutout back of the motherboard, so if you are planning on installing a like bigger air cooler or liquid cooler and you need access from back of the case, you can actually, you know, work easily. All you need to do basically remove this hard drive or SSD bracket. Let me remove this real quick, and here you can install 2.5 SSD or 2.5 mechanical hard drives, and here also you can install 1 2.5 SSD or 1 2.5 mechanical hard drive. Here we have the dedicated fan hub. Currently I'm running 3 fan of this hub, and like I told you guys, you can control this fan hub with the fan switch from the case, and you can run all the way up to like 6 fans. Now this case does support power supply all the way up to 288 millimeter, so you have enough space for power supply. And you can also install 2 more 3.5 mechanical hard drives here, or you can install like 4 more SSD here. You can also remove this motherboard tray if you want. Like I told you guys, you can invert this case, so you can remove this motherboard tray. Now case does come with some velcros here. You guys can see it does come with 6 velcros. I did use 1 2 3 4, and bottom of the case here you have a dust filter. You can actually remove this and you can clean it. I really like this, and you can easily put it back. Also keep in mind, after you take the case out of the box, make sure you check the foam underneath, because you will find both of these stand in a separate form. Now you can remove these stands easily, but I recommend putting these stands on, because if you don't put this stand, then actually what will happen, you will have issue with the power supply airflow. So make sure you put these stands on, and make sure you check the packaging for these stands. Okay, don't forget. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think about this Be Quiet Silent Base 802 case. I personally think this case is perfect for someone who is maybe planning on building a gaming slash streaming PC, because this case does have enough space. You have enough space for hard drives, and also this case is perfect for like someone who is planning on building a workstation based PC. You can't actually go wrong with this case. Now I know today's video is not all that in-depth. I just wanted to quickly give you guys the case specs rundown, but if you guys want to stay tuned, I will test this case with Be Quiet pure loop 360mm radiator. So then we'll get to test the airflow and the quietness and everything. But today's video is just a quick overview video. So if you have any question, leave your question in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys. And I personally think if you don't care about the quietness, then maybe go with the tempered glass side panel model. Spend that extra $10, because the one without the tempered glass side panel goes for $159, and the one with the tempered glass side panel goes for $169. So I personally think definitely worth it if you're someone like me who likes to show off their build. Just do it. That should be it. See you guys next one. Peace.